Now, the Trump administration's point man on North Korea, who is currently visiting Japan, will arrive in Seoul in the coming hours to meet with South Korean officials to discuss the regime's latest military activity. Stephen Biegun will also be discussing new ways to advance the final, fully verified denuclearization of the North. Kim Hyo-sun reports.
U.S. Special Representative for North Korea Stephen Biegun will arrive in South Korea on Wednesday afternoon to discuss North Korea's latest firing of projectiles off its east coast. Staying in Seoul until Friday, Seoul's foreign ministry says Biegun will meet with his South Korean counterpart, Do-hoon, South Korea's Special Representative for Korean Peninsula Peace and Security Affairs. He's also expected to hold a meeting of the Seoul-Washington Working Group on ways to resume dialogue between Pyeongyang and Washington. Originally, the issue of providing humanitarian aid to the North was the major agenda of the meeting, considering the North is experiencing its worst food crisis in a decade. However, Seoul and Washington are set to come up with coordination measures to respond to Pyongyang's latest military activity. Biegun is also expected to hold talks with South Korean officials in charge of the country's diplomacy and security policies, including newly appointed Unification Minister Kim Yeon-chul and Kim Yeon-jong, Second Deputy Chief of the Blue House National Security Office. Meanwhile, the U.S. envoy for the North, who's visiting Japan before flying to Seoul, said Tuesday that the North's latest military activity suggests the regime feels anxious. Japan's national broadcaster NHK quoted Biegun as saying the second North Korea-U.S. summit in Hanoi ended prematurely with no deal, as Washington was unable to accept the regime's requests. Kim Hyo-sun, Arirang News.